Yo, what's up? Hi, it's Geeked Out.
Geeked Out is what's up.
I wasn't just slamming stuff together at the last minute. Totally not.
And we're definitely not a half hour later starting than we had intended.
I don't even know when we were intended to do anything. Yep.
This is sort of a little impromptu.
I mean, if we have to end by 4 o'clock, then we backtrack from that. We probably wanted to start about 1, but yeah.
We'll just be very quick because we're not playing it again. We're just going over what happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So what
just
are
a
we
recap.
talking about? Who the hell are we? We're Geeked Out. I'm Ashley A-Button if we want to go around the table.
And I am Adam in the back.
I am Mega Han, also known as Megan. I am Ashley A.
Not on this
Button's-
channel, you're not.
I am Ashley A. Button's younger sister.
I am Gary Nakaigax. On this adventure known as Gurglax. And I like to make things go boom.
I'm Allie from RollWithUsDMs, and I was DMing an adventure back on St. Patrick's Day. And we had, when we posted it up to YouTube for our prep video, we had someone called, I'd like to use my reaction.8750, and they asked us to give a follow-up video on how it went. So
And we all
took
thought
that
that
to
was
heart.
a great idea.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah, so here we are.
Hello, user. What was the user's name again?
The user's name again, and I will tag them down, I think, in the comments. I'm really not quite sure how tagging works, but I will figure it out. It's I'd like to use my reaction.8750.
Oh.
I'd like to use my reaction 8750. Thank you for the question.
you.
We hope to give you at least an entertaining, mostly rendition of what the hell we did 2 months ago.
And I'm happy to do it because I fight for the users.
And next week, we are taking these same characters, and we are heading to Ixalan.
But are we taking these same characters?
Ooh, well, someone might have not gotten to be part of the time warp. I think Tina is staying in the bar, and we're bringing Shadrath.
Now, for
Oh,
those of you
no.
that do
We
watch,
can't go without... What? Tina's the brains of this operation.
God help us
Hey,
all.
hey.
No, Gurglax is the brains of this operation. He just blows everything up.
Yeah, I might have also caused the time rift. I'm sorry.
I remember doing the time warp.
But there is a character that you mentioned bringing with Shadrath. Now, for those of you who may watch like our other Twitch streams, on Thursdays we do Baldur's Gate, and Shadrath is my character in that game. But it goes deeper than that because Shadrath is actually a character I have played at live table with Hallie at a home game. So Shadrath is going to be returning for the 3rd time and possibly have like his own little fucking blog series online when I eventually get around to writing it.
RollWithUsDMs.com.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm doing this really, really quick because I wasn't expecting to talk about this, but I totally want to now.
That's okay. I wasn't expecting a lot of things today, but here we are. I love surprises. I do,
surprises are
actually.
awesome.
I do like
So let's see. Oak Grand's Journal, House of the Black Lantern. It's actually going to go up today, Sunday. Tuesday is going to be the first blog post with Shadrath in it on RollWithUsDMs.com.
I love that Shadrath is going to become a thing. We need to eventually do that Photoshop I did, because Shadrath also has this tendency to keep looking for husbands. Where I made a movie poster called Shadrath Got His Groove Back, or How Shadrath Got His Groove Back.
So I also think it's exciting for Allie and I with Roll With SDMs because while we have guest appeared on Geeked Out Squad, now we will have Geeked Out Squad, Ashley, Adam in the back, and Megahan on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I don't know why I
It's-
waved
it
when you
only
said
seems
Megan's
fair.
name. I'm like, Megan. I'm not Megan, I'm Ashley.
Have you forgotten which one of us you are?
God, now I'm doing Meg Ashley now. I'm Ashley.
I'm not even sure who Megahan's actually a part of. Is she more geeked out or is she more roll with us? I guess you're both.
Yeah. I've been here since the conception of both.
In a way.
What is up, Dark Warrior? We are talking about D&D, so it's even
Oh.
nerdier than that. Not only are we
Dark
not playing,
Warriors
we're
here. Nice. We probably are doing Dark. We probably are doing Fallout 76 later on tonight. So
Nice.
stay tuned.
which may have been the category that I originally started the stream with because I forgot to change the fucking category. I am really bad with that sometimes.
I have to figure out where categories even exist because I'm pretty sure that I don't do that at all. So we'll talk about that at some point.
There you go.
I'm learning so much.
Also fun. Allie is the author of the current layout you're looking at. We had a quick photo piece sesh where I introduced her to the concept of rectangles, and overlays are all a series of rectangles. And if anyone has an interest, like maybe we can do something where we just talk about photopy.
Yeah, we could do that for a
Real quick before we get too far away from intros, we have to shout out he who is not here,
yes.
Tony
Yes,
King,
yes, yes,
HGP, musician and producer from the LA area, whose music I personally recommend.
Yes.
Check him out on Twitch, and his EP, Traveler on Hope Road, is on Spotify under Tony King Hernandez.
Cool.
So definitely check that out.
I have a thing for that. I can put it up. Hold on. Give me a minute.
And he should be here next Sunday to head into Ixalan.
Yes, the
Yes.
return of Saint Vermouge,
Yes.
which I am greatly anticipating. Birch has been lost without his spiritual guru.
Tony not being here was one of the oh god, what would they call it in writing?
The inciting incident?
Inciting incident for Faye Gone Wild.
It kind of was.
I mean, he was just hanging out, watching you guys. It was fine. He was fine.
We
He
didn't
couldn't
know
be
that
here
when
for
we
the mission, so
began.
he became the mission.
Yeah, he became. It was a rescue mission. We thought.
Mhm.
Now, would an elephant person use his trunk to sip tea?
We'd have to ask him.
Yeah. I guess
Here's
that's the
the
question for him.
promotion links. So if you're interested in anything, we had this up last time for a different game we were doing. So Tony King Spotify is Tony King Hernandez on Spotify,
Yes.
and Travel on Hope Road is the record that we're talking about. So yes, but definitely check him out. We're going to be working with him more. We're dragging him, kicking and screaming.
When he's not.
Not
insanely busy.
certainly not kicking and screaming.
Yeah, it's
He
like, oh
seems to be
no,
one of
no, don't,
the
please.
people who's more
stop,
anxious to
no.
work with us, which we're very happy about because we enjoy working with him.
Yeah, he's always awesome.
It's always great when it works out that way.
Yeah. So when we started at St. Patrick's Day, you guys were all coming to the bar to open up for the day. They were hounding you for beverages and whatnot.
Spruce was not. Spruce was there to start the day as the in-tavern bard.
Tina was just opening her store to make money because that's how businesses work. And she was just at work. That's her shop. That's
And-
where she lives.
And pious and chaste Birch was at this bar to, as usual, morally support his younger sister Spruce.
Yep. That is Spruce's life now. They reconnected, and now Spruce is just has her brother just hovering or just
He's a helicopter older
Helicopter.
older sibling.
yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is.
And as an artificer, I was trying to find out the flammability of different spirits.
And Tina may or may have been assisting him.
I needed to find which one went boom.
And
And as much havoc as that wreaks on her bar, she's strangely encouraging of that behavior. It's
he
really
makes some
odd.
really good alcohol that sells really well. And people like a little boom in their adventures. They like a little danger when they come in to
mean,
drink.
Yeah.
It helps them relax somehow.
I feel like there was a Woody Woodpecker cartoon that ended that way. Just explosive alcohol.
Think about Pop Rocks. I wish I could have created those.
Well, there could be a medieval, like a D&D equivalent of Pop Rocks that you've developed is like a very low-key explosive device you put in the liquid.
I will work on that.
I don't even know how pop rocks work.
Science?
Science?
That's how they work.
So There were footprints leading up to a weird doorway in the bar, correct?
Yes, and there was a dagger that had this note.
Oh, if anybody knows the science of pop rocks, leave it in the comments below.
Comments, chat, whichever you want to, wherever you may feel like putting it.
I'm sure there are YouTube videos on the subject.
I'm sure.
Link to YouTube videos, then it's fine.
Right.
Any comments, they're good.
We do appreciate it. So it says to the Scarlet Ursine, which is your bar,
Yes.
right? Yes. If you want to see your friends again, follow the rainbow past the pumpkin patch and across Big Little Bridge. When you find Quickling's Glade, take a rest or don't before moving into Darkling Forest. If you're able to get to Pixie Ridge, you have almost made it as far as you need to be.
Goddamn Pixie Ridge.
Oh,
You will need to have some faith in the giantess's steps as you make your way to humble abode. Having a flat cake or two with Esmeralda may help with the endeavor. Signed, Marigold Jigagen, Leprechaun Extraordinaire.
oh, those flat cakes.
You
Oh,
know, they
God.
didn't
Oh,
taste
black
bad.
cakes were great.
The horror.
They were
Horror.
meaty.
The horror. Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I could. Yeah. Oh, that was awful.
So yeah, as you guys opened the door, you saw a rainbow on the other side. Can you close
Oh, is it
that?
going to be that deep a recap?
It was just gonna. I was gonna flip over to the next
Okay.
map.
I was like, we are going to just.
Well, it's
I just wasn't sure if we were doing a play-by-play or if we were just going to chat about it or. Okay.
Whichever.
We'll chat about it section by section. Ooh,
Okay.
I am
That'll
close
work.
to the microphone.
You're probably meant to be. I think I don't know how high the gain is up on those. Yeah, we're
also,
still.
yeah.
It's a new board. We're still playing with it.
And chat, if you're hearing any like weird audio differences, like are too quiet, too loud, or different people are too quiet or too loud, let us know.
Yeah, we're.
I literally got a new mixer this week, so I'm still dialing in all the audio settings, and this is the first
Yay.
time that we're doing it in here.
Yeah, we've added some new microphones so that everybody has one now, and we got a new mixing board to support those microphones with new features, and it's a learning curve.
Fake applause. Yay!
Golf club, golf club.
Speaking
Ashley,
of, I might.
And those with the aforementioned new features that Ashley likes to spring on us randomly.
I was so close to using Ashley's full government name, but
Why
I was
would
like,
you
wait,
do
not
that?
on stream.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? All right, enough with robot boys, I guess, for now. I might sneak in later.
All right. So you guys headed through the door. What did you guys think of the pumpkin patch?
There were some big fucking pumpkins.
Those were some enormous pumpkins. It reminded me, what was it, episode of Amazing Stories with the giant pumpkin? I want to say.
I feel like I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but I don't remember.
The pumpkin patch was great, but what really hit me was like immediately after that, the cartoon craziness of trying to get across that bridge.
That bridge. The freaking bridge.
Did we take a pumpkin pie from the pumpkin patch, or we just take a pumpkin?
So
I
this
can't
is
remember.
actually something sort of interesting to talk about because you guys got a lot of gold at the end of the last episode, and somebody wanted to buy a carriage.
We do. I don't know if we want to reveal that yet. What
Ooh.
the
That's a
plan
fun
for
reveal.
that
Okay, we
until
don't
the
need to
next
talk about the
episode. Yeah,
plan.
we don't need to. But yes, I
But
believe
So the headline
Birch is
might
going
muted
to.
the entire time there.
I believe yes. What Birch is going to use some of his gold for is for the transportation for the group. He's going to have converted at great expense a merchant's carriage so that it's large enough for everybody and all their gear. It's going to be laid out for luxury. It's going to be in the Branch-A-Lot colors and have the Branch-A-Lot
It's
relief on it.
essentially
Yeah,
looks like the
Branch-A-Lot
Branch-A-Lot family
standard.
van.
Exactly. It'll have the Branch-A-Lot standard. It will have the Branch-A-Lot carriage driver, Jeeves PS.
Can it fit the entire Branch-A-Lot family?
Not the entire Branch-A-Lot family. It
They
can
would need,
probably
like, an
seat
RV for
10
that.
comfortably.
Okay.
Less comfortably depending on how much gear you're bringing.
Quick question, Adam.
It is
Jeeves.
because his buddy Saint Vermouge is 7 feet tall. That's why it's a converted merchant's carriage so that it's big enough to accommodate larger entities.
I
And
think
the
I
seating,
can.
The seating will also be able to be adjustable to compensate for smaller people of the smaller persuasion.
I think I can attach seats to the roof.
I have a question
Probably.
about this carriage driver. How would you go about spelling Jeeves? Is it a G or a J?
I believe it's a G. It's Jeeves PS with a G, yes.
I got that immediately. I was like, son of a...
Tina might be taking measurements of the interior of the carriage, and then looking back at her stove, and then looking back at that, and looking at Gurglax.
Did we end up actually seeing this giant?
I believe we opened the door. We knocked. He opened. We
Oh,
had a
yeah.
small conversation.
You guys were very polite to this
Right.
giant. If you guys had tried to like steal a pumpkin and or open any of the pumpkins, I actually modified this guy to, instead of throwing rocks, he would just walk over, pick you up, and throw you out of his pumpkin patch.
I want to say that with Spruce, my bard with a little bit of light sprinkling of paladin, as soon as she realized it was probably the Feywild, she was like, okay, we gotta be real respectful.
Yeah.
We cannot be assholes about this.
We got to watch our steps both figuratively and literally.
Yes.
And Tina was more interested in maybe purchasing one of his pumpkins because they were ridiculously big, and if you can get like a trade deal. I was working in the economic angle.
That would be a hell of a crowd drawer for the pub. For the
I'm thinking
Scarlet
like
Ursine.
for the purchase of one pumpkin, I could make how many different pumpkin dishes, and I wouldn't need pumpkin and a Feywild
Pumpkin mead, pumpkin ale.
pumpkin spiced mead.
I
Yeah,
can
there you
make
go.
like this like a heated beverage, like a warm beverage with a pumpkin flavoring to it.
Oh, please, you must stop.
Actually, a pumpkin spice latte just uses the spices you put in a pumpkin pie. So it'd be cinnamon, allspice, maybe some cloves.
Yeah, so I modified this guy with a throw for you guys. So if he would have thrown you, you would have traveled 60 feet, and you would have taken 3d10 plus 5 damage.
Jesus, glad we didn't piss him off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He a big boy.
But you guys were super polite to him, and he's more than willing to provide your bar with pumpkins.
Which we may see in the future.
Oh my God, the bridge.
This goddamn fucking
bridge.
bridge. Eventually, I just imagined it in my head, not in Spruce's head, but my own head, as if for those who ever on a playground had like that rope ladder thing,
Yeah.
where it was just like the climbing up like you're on a pirate ship.
Yeah, I had like flashbacks to like Boy Scout jamborees
it's
and
like,
things with the single rope fucking bridge.
Climb. Trying to not die, not fall forever. We used so many spells on this bridge.
You did. I really
And most of
enjoyed
us
them.
did fall anyway. Some of us
Yeah.
died.
On this bridge?
I think Birch died or just about died.
You
I think I made my death saves is what happened. So he was like,
No, not this one. That
Not
was
this
the
one?
cliff.
that was the cliff.
That was Pixie Ridge.
Oh, okay.
Freaking cliff.
I know
where they-
he died a couple
put
of
us to
times though
sleep.
in that adventure. Good old bullet sponge Birch.
Yeah, I believe Spruce tied herself somehow to the bridge.
And the bear having a prehensile tail, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Yes, because Tina is a shifter barbarian, and also like path of the like a wild heart barbarian. So I also do turn into an animal, which is supposed to be a bear. And because like I have like the whatever thing barbarian, I can also give myself a prehensile tail as one of my subclass abilities. So it's a bear with a weird dragon tail thing, and then it didn't help me though. I still fell. I fell very far.
But I believe you were saved by Gurglax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
twice. I was like, Vortex Warp! Ah, where's the Vortex Warp button?
Meanwhile, Spruce is just like slowly army crawling across this bridge that's slowly getting wider and wider. She's just like, okay, I can do this. Not gonna fall. And I didn't fall.
You didn't. You succeeded all the way across the bridge. The bridge made you a little small. Which you didn't.
Yeah, that bridge,
quite-
that picture was not forced perspective. It really was getting wider.
Yes.
Or you were getting smaller, whichever.
Oh God, this battle. Are we still on the
Sorry.
bridge?
Nope. I was just bringing it back to. Okay.
Now, is that the forest full of tiny, cute little creatures?
This is the forest full of tiny little cute little creatures.
I believe we eventually realized we could
Can
just
you
bargain
zoom
with
out
them.
on your screen.
What's that?
Can you zoom out?
Yes.
Thank you.
I
I had to
believe
figure out which
used-
screen to zoom out on.
I used my artificer's ability to make a little trinket, and I gave them the little trinket.
So, what happened with these little guys was if you were nice to them and you traded little trinkets, they would either break off a piece of their bark or twig or a leaf, and you could use that item to give yourselves advantage later on if you traded with them.
Now, looking at that face, I think some of them ended up in the flapjacks.
That could be true.
Oh my.
That's a little sad.
It is. They were sad. The flapjacks were sad.
They're sad jacks.
I mean, look at that smile, and then when you look at the flapjacks later.
But if you
Show me that smile again. Sorry. Sorry.
So cute.
80s intros. Sorry.
let's move this over. But if you messed with their children, these really big trees would have come to attempt to mess you up.
But again, Spruce was very polite and was like, we are in the Feywild. We are not in human territory. We cannot fuck around. We will find out.
Yes.
So the trees were watching us.
Oh yeah, all the big trees.
I mean, I always feel like
absolutely.
someone's watching me.
Somebody's watching me.
It's always that game of how many music references can I slip in under the radar.
There was a Pathfinder game Ashley and I used to be in, and Gary and Allie were in occasionally when trees weren't when it wasn't heavy season for trees. That it was two musical theater people, then me and Ashley, and then occasionally like a fifth person would be there, and it was sort of like rotating fifth person. Because like sometimes it was Gary. Then there was this guy who would just be on his phone or taking online classes or...
Oh God, yeah, the therapist.
Yeah. But there was so many musical references when we had that Pathfinder campaign.
And every one of them went over my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had an idea. I'll need to talk to someone about Monster of the Week things.
Oh, there was a one time in that campaign where we had this big moment in this room of skeletons, and my character, Catfolk Necromancer, started doing Sweet Caroline, and y'all were stabbing people to the
No,
music.
it wasn't skeletons. It was evil priests.
Oh, it was evil priests.
And
There's musical instruments in the room. That's why we started singing karaoke.
Yeah, we still had the druid in there at that one point. The snake was on the saxophone, I believe.
Yes.
And I, the catfolk twin of Ashley's necromancer, was a rogue, and I was doing the stabbing. I was like coming up behind priests and slitting their throats.
Stab, stab, stab.
Caroline.
Stab, stab, stab.
Anyways, back to this game that we
Yes,
played.
sorry.
We're getting a little off topic.
Wait, I'm sorry. A D&D game where you get off topic? I don't
Never.
know.
Never.
Perish the thought. We're actually reining it in. We're doing a really good job of reining it in.
Yeah, anybody that doesn't play TTRPGs, this is probably what a short rest is like.
Oh god, this fucking combat. Fuck this combat.
Motherfuckers flying in the air. Fucking our shit up. Like, ooh, just getting mop range, motherfucker.
there-
I'm gonna end you.
Was there something where we couldn't use magic on them or something? Or did I just not have a lot of
everything was
spell
at-
slots?
Everything was at disadvantage because they moved so quickly.
That's right. Oh my god.
Yeah, blurred movement. Attack rolls
Oh,
against
God,
the Quickling
these,
have
yeah, the
disadvantage
Quickling.
unless the Quickling
I
is
forgot about the
incapacitated.
Quickling because the battle I focused on was the one that came
How
after
do you
this.
fight
but-
them? It's
So-
like an AoE is the only thing that really can take them?
Yeah.
These things were so tough.
Mhm.
But I actually watched Allie's prep video, and we didn't have to fight them.
How?
I think. Am I correct?
You have to offer something to the glade.
What? How were we supposed to know that?
Did we not?
You weren't.
Oh. It's the Feywild. Why would they just print the rules for us?
That's fair. You know?
I guess you missed that chapter.
Well, there was something about, like, if we take a rest, if we don't take a rest. Do you remember from that video what your prep was on this?
It pretty much was if you guys had kind of sat down to take a rest, if you guys had offered them like food or whatever you guys were eating, then they would have just taken the food and moved on.
You
We
know
decided
what?
not
Weren't
to
we
take
eating
a
anything?
rest.
And you guys weren't taking a rest. You guys were just
Yeah.
moving right on through.
Yeah. I mean, because we're tough like that.
You're tough like that, and you know.
I mean, we
healings.
hang out like at a medieval version of Cheers. We're all nighters, man. We just go.
But then again, didn't the letter say to take a rest at Quickling's glaive?
It did. It suggested. It didn't tell you to. It didn't say take a rest or not.
This is one of those mystical moments where the DM says, "You can try.
You can certainly try.
Exactly.
Do you want to take a rest? You should take a rest. No, you don't want to take a rest. Okay, combat."
All right. That's your ass.
And I mean, realistically, these guys only had 10 hit points each. It
It's
was
just
just
hitting
We're
them.
just
the
hitting them.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
hitting them was really hard.
You had to work for those 10 hit points.
Yeah, and like I don't think Birch doesn't have much in the way of area of effect attacks.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
No,
he's
that's-
got the only thing he's got is Moonbeam, both in this and in Baldur's Gate, and it's always proven, and no matter when, it's always proven to be kind of useless.
Yeah, Moonbeam is really good to block a door with,
Right.
but like other than that, it's really not amazing.
All right, so I'm just using it wrong. Fair enough.
Well, I haven't really brought you guys to places
Places
with
where that have doors, yeah.
I do love the imagery of this scene. It's beautiful.
Yes, it's very serene.
Oh yeah. Well, all the images were great. I mean,
I have to say, I know that there's a lot of people that are against AI, and I completely understand why. But I have
but some of us are poor. Yeah.
poor, and I can't draw / create this, so Midjourney is my jam, and all of my pictures come through Midjourney.
I would say this would be an appropriate use of art, like AI art, because you're not doing it for profit.
Right.
Because let's say this, we really take off, we really start making a lot of money. I would like to have artists make backgrounds for us. That would be
Absolutely.
awesome. I would, but I do not have the financial capability.
I mean-
this starts making money. I immediately call Tim.
Like, for my Monster of the Week game, it cost me over $100 for those 2 images. The monster images.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean, it was
Well
worth it.
Oh, totally worth it.
Yeah. And I used
They were-
Fiverr for our logo.
Yeah.
The
I
artist,
actually
wish I
also
had her name
used
off the top of my
Fiverr
head.
for the
Megan, can you
images.
plug the artist that you use?
I would have to find it in my phone, but
Oh,
by
we
the
can plug it
time-
next time. So just
So-
get the info
Yeah.
together. We can plug them.
What? Plug them?
Just plug them right in.
Yeah, not that kind of plug.
Oh,
don't,
I'm sorry.
Don't.
No.
For an on-topic, off-topic,
You want me to take care of them, boys?
Side topic.
Moonbeam.
Oh.
Everybody seems confused by Moonbeam.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So
I'm
it's
in that
not
camp.
when you move Moonbeam into a creature's space that it does damage. It's when they start their turn in the Moonbeam. So
Or-
you
Right.
can't like ping pong Moonbeam off of people. And a lot of people kind of do try that.
That part I
incorrectly and
got.
get
It was
really
the
disappointed.
strategic use of it that apparently is escaping me.
Or if they move into Moonbeam. But if
Right.
Moonbeam moves into them, it does not.
Yeah. So if
It
you
does
have
damage on
like
their next turn after.
It's not like a cone of flaming sphere.
right, and so if you have like 20 goblins who are about to rush through a door at you. You throw up Moonbeam, and the only way they can get to you is if they rush
Run
through
through
that
the
door,
Moonbeam, yeah.
and then they get hit by every one of them gets hit by Moonbeam as they come through.
Or if you push them into it.
Why's it always got to be goblins, man? Poor Gurglax, man. Come on, man.
Sorry, Gurglax. I'm just, I'm really good with the caverns full of goblins attacking.
I'm better than the other goblins. It's okay.
You're the Tony Stark of goblins.
I mean, nobody's
Sure.
arguing with that.
I am Iron Goblin.
Iron
let the
Bucks.
fan art commence.
Ashley, where
Yes.
were you slacking? That's where the robot voice was needed.
All
It's
right.
too late now. It's too late now.
Ah,
the moment's
damn it.
gone.
I could do it again. You got me, robot? Tell me when I'm robot. I am Iron Goblin. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
So Adam in the back referenced this next fight.
Oh, yes.
Man, I thought that this one was going to be so easy.
And this
So-
is what took up all the time.
Here's
All
the
of the
thing.
time.
I didn't want a metagame. Because in my head, I was like, oh, obviously, we just have to turn out all the lights. They don't like the lights being on. They have sensitive eyeballs. But I was like, would Spruce
Would
understand?
Spruce know that? Yeah. Yeah.
So it took a long.
And I kind of did the
It
same
took a
thing
long
with the torch.
time. Ashley, am I still? Ashley?
You're not robot. You're fine.
Okay. It sounded weird in my
would hear it.
headphones.
That's because those headphones are not the best.
Oh, you know what? I didn't angle that microphone correctly. You want to see the little heart on the side? Other side. That's the part you want to be talking. That's what you want facing your face.
A lot of us are not used to having our own separate microphones. We were sharing for a minute until I could get new ones in, so that's why you're
that's
noticing. Like, what?
Is
what's
this? Oh, this.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
Oh.
Oh, she found it.
You found the sweet spot.
Yeah, I was like, why microphones sound weird?
Because you were 5 feet away from it.
I feel like, is this the correct area of my microphone? Then?
Yes.
Like I'll have a little
Yes.
heart symbol, upside
Yes.
down heart.
I tried to angle them, figuring out how people would angle them towards their faces, but you can't
You can
legislate for
adjust
that
it.
all the time. Yeah,
Okay.
it's completely all
Adjust it.
adjustable.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't want a metagame in this fight. And because I knew immediately, I was like, oh, yeah, just turn out the lights. But I was like, Spruce wouldn't know that. Spruce has to figure this out on her own. So eventually, towards the end of combat, I think Spruce got her brother.
To stomp out his torch that he
Yeah.
dropped. Yeah. Yeah, because I did the same thing. I didn't want a metagame because I was like, all right, he's holding a torch, and then he drew a weapon. So he has to have dropped the torch. He doesn't have 3 hands.
Right.
So,
Not a Thrycreen.
no. You know, he's drawing a great sword, which is a 2-handed weapon. The torch has to be on the ground. So it's just still just there providing light.
I remember taking a lot of damage and using a lot of spell slots, a lot of resources, and it was not needed.
My favorite part was when I finally started casting Fireball.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Just the opportunity to use that soundbite.
I
That's
know.
all.
Well, that and like it made sense to light up an area.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then-
except that it didn't, unfortunately.
But then, like,
Magical
we
darkness.
eventually figured out,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, we just turned out the lights.
And I'm pretty sure that somebody went down in this fight. Was it you?
I think I might have.
And then I was like,
Well,
heal.
Yeah, because because Megan almost went down, and Birch, whenever Spruce is in trouble,
Right.
Birch goes ballistic,
Yes. Uh-huh.
and that was where we got the shiv of smite, and
Oh, there
the
was
divine
also
smiting shiv,
yes.
because I used divine smite on a dagger,
That's
because
divine
I forget
shiv.
why I had to drop my greatsword, but I was down to dagger. And I was just like, yeah, after Spruce got hit, he was like, used divine smite on the dagger and shivved it.
And one thing that was really screwing us up is these motherfuckers would explode and do damage. And it would
That
like
might have been it.
destroy
That
any
might have been it.
non-magical equipment. And Tina definitely did not have magical clothes on. So there was a
Yeah.
part of
Oh,
this
that's
battle.
right.
Tina was butt-ass naked, but nobody could see it.
Oh, but one of our Twitch streamers gave you bits
Yes.
and gave you clothes.
A magical
Oh.
clothes.
Magical
just in
clothes.
case. A naked-ass barbarian.
So I want to say that was Bible Man
Okay.
that gave you clothing. I could be wrong. So if it wasn't, I'm very sorry to the person that I'm misquoting. But yeah,
That
they,
was right. She got cheered bits for clothing. Oh my god.
Yep. Yeah,
That was
they-
a crazy fight.
We almost died.
That's the one that I remember the most.
Yeah, Deathburn. When the Darkling Elder dies, magical light flashes out in a 10-foot radius as its body and possessions other than metal or magical objects burn to ash.
Because that encounter is meant to be like 2 minutes, and we were there for like an hour.
Yes.
Because we couldn't see anything. It was once again at disadvantage.
Like in real time.
Yeah.
Not like in game time. It's like...
Well, that's how it works.
Yeah.
3 hours of travel is like 30 seconds of real world time, but like
Yeah.
30 seconds of fight is like
An hour,
An
and,
hour
a
and a
half.
half.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, Allie, if you wanted to put any blocks in the dice chat thing, I do have it up on the overlay.
Any...
Like if you wanted to show what the ability for Death Burst.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I don't know if I told you, Megan. I finally, I think I texted it to you. What I finally named the lake that the Isle of Lucy is in.
Remind me?
The lake is named after the architect who designed the Branchalot compound, whose name was Richard. So it is the Ricky Lake.
Oh.
It's just puns.
All
The
the
whole
time.
family.
It's puns all the way down.
Adam, that hurts so much that
Is
my
that their
Michael
middle
Jordan
name?
audio bite's not working.
every
Birch pun
branch
Branchalot.
every Branchalot's middle name is pun.
Well, I mean, they're not puns in universe.
That's true. So this one was also referenced. For some reason, these players didn't like Pixie Ridge.
I wonder
don't know
why.
why.
You know, it was beautiful. There were some interesting things. And then we got fucking Sparta kicked off the edge while unconscious.
Yeah.
That might have done it.
Allie.
And like just barely put me to sleep too. Like by the hit point, you barely did it. But anyway, it would be cool if we could get from Adam in the back like Sir Branchalot as you were like falling down off the cliff. That would be so awesome.
Oh no, we have the.
Oh,
we
the
have
echo.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta find
Okay.
it.
All right, find the echo.
So pixies have superior invisibility. So they turn invisible until their concentration ends. They cast sleep at a very high level.
Was there a reason they just decided to fucking toss us?
I think that is one of the like 2 or 3 times Birch died or nearly died on that adventure. And I realize it is a bit anachronistic to refer to him as Bullet Sponge Birch, but you know what? It doesn't have to be in universe. That's a meta commentary.
So honestly, this straight up came down to a Reddit that I read probably 10 years ago, where someone had run pixies and they had the party was sleeping on a ridge in the Feywild, and pixies attempted to roll them all off a cliff. I have no idea at this point where I read it from. So if you happen to see this, thank you for that Reddit from like 10 years ago. And I'm like, I'm going to try this. Because, I'm going to fail on like one person.
Yeah, you did.
And
You succeeded on everyone.
yeah. Or I'm sorry. I meant that I was going to succeed on like one person. And, it'll be fine. No problem.
Adam, do you want to try to hit us with that branch a lot?
But all right. Sir Birch Branchalot!
I'm still dialing it. That was the echo preset.
I had the little like Wile E. Coyote impact at the end.
Oh, I had the wrong thing. God damn it. Adam, try it again.
No. That was your one. I did it twice actually, but
This is true.
It got stale.
It did.
it's
We gotta turn it into breadcrumbs now.
yeah, no. We'll deep fry it.
New equipment. We're always so excited. It's
Yeah.
new toys. It's Christmas Day.
It Christmas.
At least I have robot.
I know, yeah, because I don't. Because I don't use the branch-a-lot voice when we play Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
I mean, every once in a while I'll hit it, but really, if you want to hear it, you gotta watch the tabletop streams. You gotta
Next week, Ixalan.
Yes, you gotta.
Dinosaurs.
You gotta follow Roll With Us GMs.
Dino DNA.
Which I'm very excited about Ixalan. I always love taking my characters to Ixalan.
Now, is Ixalan like a homebrew that you come
No,
up
no,
with?
no, no, no. It's a setting, right?
Yeah, so Ixalan is a setting
It's like the
in Magic the
Wildlands
Gathering.
from Marvel,
Oh,
right?
okay.
It's all
okay.
dinosaurs and stuff like that. So with druids that I have in the party, I typically tell them that they can't turn into dinosaurs until they've been to Ixalan. I'm currently
I'm not a druid.
Oh, that's right. You're just a bard.
just
A
a bard. Wow. Sisterly love right there.
I missed a bunch of Magic. I played in the mid '90s and then again in the mid 2000s, so I missed a bunch of chunks.
Okay.
And the second time was Megan's fault.
Listen,
That you
I
got
miss
back
playing
into
Magic.
it, or
I
that you
did
got out
too,
of it?
but it got
Flat
it's
track
too
at that-
much. It's
so
too
much money.
And like after the gauntlet closed, the crowd was just
Yeah.
not the same.
The vibe wasn't the same.
No,
That's
and that's why I left the first time. If I'm honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, Megan walks up one day and goes, "Adam, have you ever played Magic the Gathering?" And I said, "Sit down and let me tell you of a time of high adventure."
Stay a while and listen.
It's like, no, I was going Conan the Barbarian, but
I was just going
Conan the
Diablo.
Barbarian.
Gordon the Barbarian?
Conan the Barbarian.
No, I want Gordon the Barbarian.
Gordon the Barbarian?
He could be like
No,
Gordon
he is
Ramsay.
the fisherman. It's Gordon's fisherman.
Okay, here's
Teams
the
up
thing.
with Conan the Barbarian.
Gordon the Barbarian is a barbarian gourmet, and he goes around reviewing different bars, and he can maybe come across Tina's Scarlet Ursine.
Nice.
They may or may not have to engage in semi-mortal combat because he insulted her cooking.
Nice.
And it of course becomes Conan the Librarian.
Uh,
Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System?
Then, if that happens, we will need a harp version of the Mortal Kombat theme.
Oh, like a bardcore version?
Yeah.
I bet there is one if you
I'm
look hard
sure.
enough.
So
Yeah.
Spruce can
Yeah.
play it in the background.
In my game tonight that I'm running, I actually have a. He's a monk, I think.
Yes.
He's a monk that has enlarge reduce, so he gets big, and he fights with a frying pan. That
Oh.
also gets big.
I don't know if he's a fighter with a brawler subclass or if his class is brawler.
Oh, right. Because we went all homebrew stuff. Yes, he is a brawler. That is correct.
So he's the Apache Chief.
Ooh, I don't know that reference
See,
either.
you said that.
Super Friends. You don't... From Super Friends?
Sorry.
You said that, and then you looked at me. And yes, I am a monk. I'm playing Dungeon Dudes inspired Way of the Arcane Hand monk.
Right.
And now I have just revealed how damn old I actually am.
I remember the Apache Chief.
Yeah, it's
I
in the
remember
cage.
Super Friends.
From Harvey Birdman, you probably remember Apache Chief.
I remember Super Friends.
Okay.
The Wonder
But-
Twins.
Wonder Twins, yes.
I don't really recall how we survived this fall other than maybe we didn't die from the damage.
You woke up halfway down.
Oh. And I cast Featherfall, but it was
Oh.
only on like me and the one other person that was currently falling.
Yeah, I think Birch took full impact. If I
Yes,
remember
I
correctly.
think.
Yeah, and but I think you were okay. I think you were at like 1 or 2 hit points.
I think I made a death saving throw.
Somebody
or two,
was-
if
Did
I
you?
recall.
Okay.
And then Spruce had to be like, ding, da, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Spruce is really getting the hand of those cure wound spells.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think our barbarian woke up halfway down and raged.
There was a staff that I got from a chat member. It was like a broom, but it was like a staff of python. And I
Okay,
think I
uh-huh.
wrapped myself in the python. Enraged myself, wrapped myself in the python so the python would take some of the damage, and I managed to survive.
Okay. Yep.
So just to recap here, we have the quicklings that we had disadvantage to hit because they were fast. The darklings that we had disadvantage to hit because of magical darkness. And then these pixies that had superior invisibility. Disadvantage to hit them.
And we were slipped. we were asleep.
They cast Snork me on us.
To be fair, this was the Feywild, and do we expect anything different?
No.
I'm not picking on you, Allie. I'm just saying that like
we got beat.
We were definitely on
yeah.
the back foot for that entire adventure. But we came through it.
You did.
And then we came to Esmeralda's house.
It's like the pumpkin patch was fine.
Part.
The pumpkin patch was fine. The giant was nice. The bridge was a bridge.
It might have been a bridge too far.
Oh my god.
The little plant things were cute. I love them. But then everything else tried to kill us.
Yeah.
Or feed us dead things.
I mean, isn't
Don't
that
you
what
eat
food
dead
is?
things on a regular basis?
I mean, were they even
So you
dead?
didn't have a
Yeah,
problem with them?
that's the real question. That was
They
my
didn't
concern.
scream or bleed when we cut them.
It wouldn't be the weirdest thing Tina ever ate.
As a bear or as a human?
Either.
Both.
Spruce ate... Allie, how would you describe these flat cakes?
Well, I will bring up the
Oh,
next map and I'll show
please
everyone. This was
do.
Esmeralda.
Oh, God.
She was actually a green hag.
Oh, I totally called that. I knew that immediately.
I for sure would have failed this challenge in real life. I couldn't. I couldn't.
So in Esmeralda's dining room, does that show on the? Yeah, cool. We had her little security eye, who's just chilling, watching, scrying.
Put the eye in scry.
And then we had these cool little flat cakes.
Now look at that smile and tell me that's not one of the little plant babies from before.
That is a little strange.
Oh,
that
that's
it
not
does
even
look.
the worst one.
It looks very much alive.
It does.
So again, this is Mid-Journey. All of these are Mid-Journey. And
Oh, yeah. They just
everyone
keep getting
had their
worse.
own little flat cake with the little, hopefully berry jam.
And Spruce
Hopefully berry. Yeah.
Spruce
Oh,
dug deep
deep.
within herself to
Where
find the
wasn't there one
stealing.
with, like, the eyes in the middle or something that I'm vaguely remembering?
I don't know.
I think maybe I'm having a false memory.
Yeah, these are more upsetting than I remember.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. It's
But yeah, Spruce had to dig deep to find that steely branchalot resolve.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's like eating Elmo.
Yeah.
And Spruce did it. Spruce ate a flat cake, and Spruce was like, "We were in the Feywild."
Yeah, Birch did it, but I think he nearly threw up.
I think I'd rather eat Elmo.
Elmo would be fuzzy. That's at least
I don't know.
it wouldn't
No,
slippery.
that's going to get all in your teeth and stuff. Yeah, but this is, oh my God.
Tina
yeah.
immediately dug right in.
Tina was like squooshing the eyeballs and like, "Ooh, jam!" It's like boba pearls.
What's that jelly feeling?
Yeah. Tina was like, we're over there like stealing ourselves, and Tina's like halfway done. And
Asking for seconds.
And since I didn't eat it, I ended up cursed.
yeah.
I mean,
yes.
those
And then we had to
two-
get the curse reversed.
I did try to open it, like, oh, you're having some trouble with your armor, Sir Like, here, let me help you, Gurglass. Let me just try to wrench your armor open.
Yeah, he was trying to.
You look like you're hungry.
Trying to play it off that he was stuck in his armor and couldn't eat. Yeah.
And those of us who did eat the flat cakes, when we left, we became two-dimensional.
You became two-dimensional, but you grew to your normal size.
Yes.
To be fair, Birch has always kind of been two-dimensional.
Wow.
Wow. I don't think he's two-dimensional. I think he's a rich character.
I agree, too.
Behind all the
Thank you.
silly
Thank you,
goofy,
guys. Thank you, guys.
dearly loves his sister at the expense of himself.
And I think we need a smite ready, but especially whenever Branchalot smites.
Or Shiv.
What wasn't it like just fucking clouds next or some shit?
So actually next you guys went right up to can you see the house right now? No. Okay, good. So you guys, there was big stone steps that were about 5 feet tall.
Little Gurglax couldn't
Yeah,
do
didn't
it.
didn't somebody have to carry Gurglax? Am I
Somebody
remembering
had to
that
like
right?
lift Gurglax up to like get up there.
I was like, Abby. Abby.
And this would have been way
Just
harder.
imagining Gurglax on like Birch's back like Yoda in the
A little backpack.
Actually,
Hoppy.
no. It would actually because he was shrunk. Like at his normal size, he'd be like almost Yoda
Yeah.
backpack size. At
You
his,
didn't-
At his shrunk size, he'd be like
On your shoulder.
on
as
my
a gold
like
mouse.
a parrot or something.
You didn't have shoulders, though, because you were two-dimensional.
That's
It's
true.
true.
Yeah, that had to be digging into places.
Yeah, very uncomfortable. Made my armor chafe.
But yeah, we slowly climbed the stairs and like,
Which this would have been way harder if you were still tiny.
Well, at that
'Cause
point, we would have like
You would have
made
been
a
only
human ladder.
I
yeah,
don't-
you would have been only a quarter of your size.
Yeah, but I mean, was it harder? Because I mean, we never addressed it. But if they're two-dimensional, the slightest gust of wind
we're just taking
had to be
you
taking
away.
them right off the stair. Yeah,
Yeah, but battle
And
would have been
those
interesting.
Those stairs look like they get windy.
That's
Because
true.
somebody
I
tried
mean,
to attack us.
I
just
wasn't
turned
about
to
to
the
say
side.
anything while we
Wow.
were playing, but
They are rock steps, and paper beats rock.
yeah. All right, fair.
Nice.
Well done.
Now, Allie, if we had gotten into combat, if I had turned to the side of my enemy, would I have been functionally invisible to them?
Yes. Absolutely. 100%.
Nice.
So the mysterious
see
note
me.
at the end of this was, have some faith in the giantess's steps as you make your way to my humble abode. Spruce, you didn't even like question this. You were like, nope, I have faith. I stepped right off.
Yeah, no. Spruce was like, "Have faith, we're in the Feywild." Doot 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 doot. Walked off the edge.
This is where the bard mentality comes in handy, right?
Yeah, you just right off there. I was so impressed. And now you were two-dimensional, so you had two ways of going about this. You could have slipped under the door, as, two-dimensional things can do. But you guys were polite, and you just knocked.
Yeah, Spruce is like, "This is the Feywild. We have to try and be polite, even though we've been myrtleized like 4 times." And Spruce,
This was definitely Spruce's adventure. This was
yeah.
definitely your time to shine.
Spruce's 11 intelligence really came in handy. I don't know, what's Tina's intelligence?
Not 11, I'll tell you that right now. I think 8.
I think Birch's is also 8. I think.
Gary can only be... Gary, not Gygax. Mr. Gurglax over there. I think his has to be higher because he's an artificer.
20.
Damn.
Oh, all right. So Gurglax is the brains.
But
of
what's
the,
your
if he was a little
wisdom?
more stable, he would be.
I can't imagine you have a high wisdom there, my friend.
14.
Oh, wow. Yeah, my wisdom's 12.
8 charisma, if you couldn't tell.
I don't min-max my characters. I try to make them all even. Like, I try not to have any negatives.
I used to.
And an 8 strength. I am not very strong. I rely on my armor.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, I used to try to like jack of all trades. My characters have everything balanced out and like be at least a little bit good at everything. And I found that to not work so well. As I've gotten older, I've learned the value of builds,
Yeah.
building towards a specific, something.
I think I'm sort of with Spruce. I want to be in case of emergency healer is sort of my thing.
Uh-huh.
That's why I took Bard,
Cool.
because I was going to be cleric. I've played cleric many times.
Yes, you have.
I am masterful at cleric. One day, maybe I'll be a Twilight cleric.
I love
I've
my
got-
Twilight Cleric.
I've got the character. I know what race. I know what class. Well, obviously, cleric, Twilight cleric. But like, I was thinking Shadarkai.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have to say I'm playing a Twilight Cleric in Dungeon of the Mad Mage, and I keep saying I'm not a pacifist because I don't care. Violence is fine. I just don't do violence. I heal people after they do violence. I
Yeah.
am the battlefield cleric.
Yeah.
I don't struggle to find things to do in combat. I cast Sanctuary on myself, I wade into the thick of it, and I just take blows and not care.
And
Yeah.
heal.
And yeah, I took the healing feat and
You
just
get a potion, and you get a potion,
Yeah.
and you get a potion.
nonstop.
Healing spell. Healing spell.
Yeah.
Healing spell.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we knocked politely on this door.
Yeah, you knocked politely on this door. Marigold Jig again opened the door for you. And him barreled your fey friend from underneath the bar.
Friend in air quotes, by the way.
Oh, he thinks we're besties.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure
Hey,
he
he's
does.
besties as long as he pays the rent.
That's right. Don't forget it.
Yeah, he's been talking you up, and they didn't believe them that you guys were just cool enough to be able to make it through the Feywild.
Baron or Saint Vermouge was
Saint
there.
Vermouge was there.
And
yeah.
Saint Famouge,
Like,
yes.
we came to rescue you, and here you are sipping tea.
Yes. And everyone else in chat, as you guys kind of went along, I was quickly making tokens for anyone who was interacting in chat, so that they could all be at this table, watching through the crystal ball as you guys made your way through the Feywild.
So the
Which
question,
is a really neat idea.
the question that I have to ask is, did anybody else want to put Saint Famouche to sleep and roll him off a cliff, or force him to go through the Darkling Forest?
No. Spruce
No,
is just I just want to get out of the Feywild now.
I think Birch was more relieved than anything else that Vermouche was fine, but I don't know that he would have strongly objected if anybody else did it.
Nah, Tony King's cool.
No, Tony's the best.
Yeah, he was able to like come in for like the last like 5 minutes into chat.
yeah,
with
he
his
was.
Yeah.
game and like
He's been super busy dealing with music. That's why we haven't worked with him much recently.
It's
and
festival
Which is
season,
awesome.
It's
so it's the
festival
rough time of
season.
the
It's
year.
the spring. You got to get it while you can. He's out, doing shows, and if you're in the LA area, track him down. Go see him live. Support our boy.
Or you see him on Twitch.
Or if you see him on
Watch one of his
Twitch.
streams.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is to make him sing Cher and Celine Dion.
Oh god.
So out of his wheelhouse sometimes.
You know what? He's got a request thing, and a lot of his originals on there are on there also. He does some great covers, but when you hear him sing his songs in his voice, and the emotion that's in it is there, and I recommend going through those tracks and requesting some of his originals because it's powerful stuff.
cool.
I'm trying to get everyone a
Have to
shot, but
Check that out. I'm just trying to get the names up for your new friends.
our new friends.
New friends.
Barreled, marigold.
Yeah, it just kind of reminded me of like, when you were a kid and like you were trying to like save a friend from something, and then they're just like fine, and it's like, dude, I just walked like 2 miles through swamp and my feet are like soaked,
Yeah, right.
and
I thought you were dead.
I thought you were dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can at least have the common decency to be mortally wounded.
At least have an uncomfortable chair.
God, I have because where we live is swampy. I have distinct memories of just,
Well, most of Northeast Pennsylvania is kind of swampy.
but like, my school decided to have a uniform dress code at the very end of me going,
Ugh.
which we're not going to get
Uniforms
into.
in public school are just disgusting.
But I was in my school uniform, khaki pants, not shorts, pants. And I went to walk across a tree across a swamp. Because I wanted to be like a goonie.
And you got gooned.
And I got gooned
You
in
got
12th grade
gooned,
because
oh.
that tree crumbled underneath me.
Oh,
And my
no.
And I think it was only one leg of my pants and my leather shoes
Oh,
In swamp
no.
muck.
in swamp muck.
But those, you got to have those adventures as a kid.
You gotta
and
have
gotta
those
'em.
adventures.
You got to. But yeah, that's khaki to rhyme with tacky. I find public school uniforms unconscionable. It's bad enough in private school, but I get it. It's private school. It's a whole different thing. But uniforms in public school is unconscionable to me. It's disgusting. And I get
School
why. I
uniforms
get the
aside.
rationalizations they use, and I'm still like, no. You're figuring. Those are the ages where you're figuring out who you are,
Yeah.
and you need that.
And yet it wasn't
And
uniform
I
enough.
don't know how, like sending people to a utilitarian police state for 13 years is meant to prepare them to participate in a social democracy. I can't figure that out for the life of me, how they think that works.
And then, like,
Hot button issue for
All right, sorry, it is. I'm really.
The
I'm
train
not
has
opposed to
derailed
the
off the
concept of
station.
public school. I think
It is
people
in the
should be
trees.
educated. Just the way it is implemented, I find disgusting and deplorable.
I'm just gonna say that I miss being like 5 or 6 and climbing 30 feet up a tree.
Right? The good old days.
there aren't enough trees around us anymore for that.
Oh, I know.
So I'm thinking for future games, I feel like we've added a new person to your bar every game. And I feel like we're just going to continue doing that. Like
we
every
should.
level, we'll play a game, and every level we will...
Can we have Tony do a
Add-
cover of the Cheers theme and we can play it?
Absolutely. Tony, listen to us. Get on that.
Everybody knows your name.
I think Tina's theme song this time is gonna be "All by Myself."
Oh, finally, peace and quiet, but she kind of misses you idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are
Except-
you going to do when
it's
everyone
so
just like
quiet.
vortex
I
warps?
hate it.
She's gonna have like normal people problems, like people coming in, someone barfs in the bathroom. She's gotta clean it up with her mop.
Yeah, but then your bard's not gonna be there. Your entertainment's gone for the night.
Well, you know those videos that people.
Oh,
make?
no. This might be how we introduce that other character, Ashley, we talked about.
Just Heather.
From, yes. I was not going to say the name, but thank you. From Baldur's Gate 3.
Ashley's excited.
Oh, that reminds me. I had a character idea in case of like you need other taverns around Ashley's.
Other taverns around Ashley's. Okay, all right.
Oh my
We're
God.
talking competition now. Nice, nice.
Yeah, I need to.
So you know those videos that like people make where they're like themselves and then there's somebody else and then they're themselves and then somebody else. Like they, like it's the same person playing multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's Tina. You're like yourself as like your human barmaid, and then you shift into a bear and you're having like this conversation with yourself.
Yeah.
Sort of like the
that's
Hulk
how
and
you-
Bruce Banner having a conversation.
Yeah.
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 So the rival business would be the Cloudburst Inn. I have.
Is that a thing we mentioned?
No, this is from me. This is a character I have that I
Oh.
would want to play someday, who's a rival.
A rival bar owner.
Yeah.
Did we come up? I feel like Gary threw out a name in the first adventure for a rival nearby tavern.
I don't know.
The Gary's Old Town Tavern to the Scarlet Ursine's Cheers. That
Is
sort of-
is everyone just going to come in as a rival bar
That'd be funny
tavern
one
owner
time. But
for one level?
All right, and now I need to request a one shot where there's like an Oktoberfest situation.
Oh my God, we're doing it. We're doing it in October.
Somebody go
Done.
back and watch the first episode and tell me, because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Gary mentioned it.
All right.
You have the upper hand though with the pumpkin deal.
That's true. Oh, you're gonna have pumpkin ale and pumpkin spice
From
and
the
pumpkin.
Feywild.
Yes.
So it might
But-
have different effects.
All right, we're doing this October. That's it.
But it'd be fun if we were each different bar owners. Her name is Ayla,
Okay.
Aella.
Ugh, typical.
She's an older woman. She's a human woman in like her late 40s, early 50s.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's old.
And she just
Just digging it in there today,
I
isn't she?
I know.
Just twisting that knife for you today.
I mean, for a fantasy setting, human, who lived a life as an adventurer before retiring as a bar owner.
You're fine, man, and I'm just teasing.
Her past isn't well known, other than one day she came into town with adventurer money and spruced up the inn, which is the Cloudburst Inn. She does have like those the Lichtenberg scars, which are like the lightning scars.
Oh,
She has
Okay.
those on her arms. But yeah,
sure there's a story behind that
there is a story.
because I know you.
Yeah,
It's gonna be dramatic and tear jerky.
it's not. Well, it's dramatic. I wouldn't say tear jerky. The dramatic part is she's a storm sorcerer.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what the scars, because lightning bolt.
I don't
You
have
couldn't
that.
wear some kind of like arm guards to prevent scarring like that? A scars guard, if you will? Oh, when did we add that?
But yeah.
I just added it now because Michael Jordan stopped working. I don't know where Michael Jordan went.
That's sad.
But yeah. Yeah, I
I
think
much prefer J.K. Simmons, J. Jonah Jameson.
We have to
we
do that
should
for Baldur's
figure
Gate
out-
3.
Honestly, I just ran a festival for one of my in-person games, or not
Yeah.
in person. I'm sorry, one of my play games. Anyway, I just ran a whole festival that turned out amazing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's coming in October
Okay.
for all the different bars.
I will have Ayla up and ready. She does have a tear-jerking dramatic backstory, Ashley, just so you know.
So you called it. I fucking called it. Now, I honestly, maybe something to do with the pumpkins. Maybe somebody from the Feywild wants to come in for Oktoberfest, and maybe that doesn't mesh well with, like, the regular population of the fucking material plane.
Yeah, and just like retired adventurer, like graying hair. She has black hair that's graying. And she just looks ahead and she's just like, flips her broom upside down, takes out a knife, cuts the ties off the like bristled end, and it turns out to be like a sorcerer staff. She's just like, all right.
Get
I'll
her gun.
forget-
Here we
Yeah.
go again.
She's like, oh, I thought I was retired.
Thought I was out. They dragged me back in.
Well, let's see. June is 7th level. July would be 8th. August would be 9th. September 10th. So you would be 11th level
Okay.
in October, which is amazing because 11th level like really like boosts you up.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I have yet to level up Birch for the next adventure because we kept putting it back. So
1 week.
What level are we supposed to be for next week? Level 7?
7th
Seven.
level.
7th. Okay.
I found my notes. It's supposed to be 7th level.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to get Tony leveled too.
yeah.
Does that mean I should level Shadrath instead of Tina? Or I'll just level
No,
Tina as
well-
well, but
Well,
also...
yeah,
Okay.
level them both.
I would have a separate Shadrath for other reasons.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Then there'll be 3 instances of Shadrath.
I'll just make a copy-paste of Shadrath.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess.
Because, like, you don't
Par
know
for the
this,
course.
the legend of Shadrath and his co-parent, Quartz.
Oh, I do.
You know the story
It's
of...
been told. Yeah.
Yeah, many a times.
Am I on?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like.
Everyone was
muffled in
starting to
my
get
own
peaky,
headsets.
so,
Okay.
like, I was trying to
Alright,
adjust
okay.
things on the fly.
Okay.
Yeah, Quartz, my, Earth Genasi paladin. Shadrath and, Quartz. This is from a different game. But they're the co-parents of a auto gnome bard, played by Gary. And they're just... One's like the really sort of like stern parent, while the other one's just a little more PTA vicious.
That'd be Quartz.
Quartz is not the vicious PTA parent.
Oh, Shadrath you'd say is a vicious PTA parent?
Okay. When
I was torturing farmers when I thought you were gone.
Now hold on, hear me out. You sent an army of imps, which was your legal department of Shadrath's employer's agency,
Yes.
with little tiny briefcases and little tiny imp suits and ties
Oh, yeah.
to terrorize the tavern that kicked TikTok the Auto Gnome Bard out.
Well, of course, they clearly need to be shut down.
Which makes
Be
you
put on the blacklist.
the PTA parent. You are the aggressive, angry parent on the PTA board who's constantly complaining. You are always in the principal's office, complaining to them about how they're not
I'm not
treating
complaining. I'm simply stating that things are not what they should be.
Meanwhile,
I am just coming up with solutions.
Meanwhile, Quartz is just like, I would like to
What if we just killed
apologize
him?
for my co-parent. Until Quartz meets, like, any sort of cultist, and then they're like, hey, how's it going? I heard you're doing some human sacrifices. I just wanted to, what's your process for it? Because, back in the day when I was a cultist, this is how sort of we had to do it.
Back in my day.
Yeah, Quartz, the reformed cultist, now paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say you're like a deprogrammer? You try to help people out that are in cults?
Sort of a little bit, but he gets them to the point where they can be deprogrammed. He's the one who's like, hey, you're better than this.
We're going to need another recap for Marshwick when we decide to bring that online.
Oh, absolutely.
Because everyone needs to get downloaded on the lore. But we are rapidly running out of time, and I know
Yeah.
you have a cutoff.
We have to leave.
Yes.
You guys turn
But,
into
I
have a game.
rather early.
Yeah. I think that is our catch up
Yeah.
for the St. Patrick's Day game.
Yeah.
Faye Gone Wild.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, I know I've stumped it a bunch of times today, but check out next week, and we're heading to Ixalan with this group of people, plus Saint Vimouge will hopefully come and hang out with us.
Hopefully, yes.
We say hopefully because he's the Ashley Johnson of our group, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, he's starting to become. Yes, that's fine though.
Because he has, well,
'Cause
he
he
has,
loves.
he's the one who's got a real career outside
Yeah,
of this.
that again, like Ashley Johnson, she was
Yeah, exactly.
filming a show.
And then filming another show.
But yeah, that's been us. I guess this is the part where I click the buttons off.
That's been us.
Yeah, this was a very
everybody-
impromptu
Yeah.
stream.
It was, but it was fun.
Yeah, well, because we weren't sure it was going to be a stream just recorded for you guys to use for YouTube. But
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it being everywhere.
Yeah, but again, thank you so much. I'd like to use my reaction.8750 for this impromptu stream.
Yes.
My short rest is done, and I'm ready for the next adventure.
All right, we will see you guys in a little bit. We're going to be doing Fallout 76. We need some time to break down and then
Yep.
set that back up. So we will see you.
So station break. We're going to shut down, and within the hour, probably we will be back on.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ, why is today busy?
I have a game in 2 hours that I'm running.
I just thought of one thing that's definitely worth though. Where can Roll With Us DMs YouTube followers find Geeked Out?
They can find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/G33KD
Zero
0UT
We'll
squad.
We'll put
Jesus
it
Christ.
in the comments.
There will be a
the
link in the
description.
comments to head over to their Twitch channel to watch us at least once a month through the end of this year, and possibly every other week next year. We're looking into it.
Yes.
Spoilers,
I
maybe.
want-
Hopefully. We'll see.
I want
I'll
more
put up
Geeked
the thing
Out.
again.
But
Life.
Geeked Out
You
streaming
guys,
several
because
times a week.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, Geeked Out stream
And
several
I
times a week.
regret only getting to know you now because Ashley has known you guys for years.
I've only been trying to drag
I-
you over there for years.
I know, but I was like, see, I hadn't tabletopped in a long time, and it's that like, do I want to get back into the life?
Right.
So
And it can be a very clicky thing to get into. And
Oh,
if
God,
you
yeah.
feel like you've found a clicky group, just head online and check out other groups, because I swear there's a lot of really, really awesome accepting groups out there.
and that was kind of it for a while. I couldn't find a group of people who even wanted to play. Even when I was doing Magic, guys got absorbed into Magic and they didn't want to tabletop very much.
Right.
And we were trying Rifts back then, and the DM I had doing Rifts was awful. He was DM player charactering at the same
Okay,
time, and he was really just steering the game, and
Yeah.
it was a bad time for the rest of us, and we were just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then every other time after that was like at an event, so it's like learning a new system in a new world and a new group of people and trying to figure out a character all at the same time, and that was just not happening.
Right. Yeah, and I get that a lot of people do it and a lot of people make it work, but DMPCing is just something that I won't
My
sit
first-
at a table.
yeah,
I
my
won't
first
play
DM
a
was
game
great
like
at
that.
it, because
Okay.
it was just me and him, so he kind of had to.
Okay. All right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but after that, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that was the norm, but it's not.
No, it's definitely not. They tend to make themselves a little overpowered and, in
Yeah, he
charge
was-
of the
he was
group.
very
And
anti-overpowered characters.
yeah.
Like I never had anything above a +1 weapon,
No.
and the whole time we played. But this is like between the ages of like 8 and 13.
No, okay.
So.
All right.
Oh, so when I was a child, I was playing Pokemon at that age poorly. Pokemon the card game. Poorly. And then I played Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game poorly. And then when I was an adult, I played Magic the card game poorly.
Fair. Yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed being bad at it. Getting my ass handed to me by my own sister at like, what do you call it? Where everybody opens packs and then you can pass the cards.
Drafts.
Drafts, yeah.
All right. Are
like
we
to think
still
I was
vamping
an
for
average
time?
No.
No.
Okay. All right.
We're not
We're
vamp-
just terrible at wrapping up.
We are.
All right.
'cause
There's
we
no
don't- nobody
credits
wants to
because
stop.
Ashley's not ready for anything.
Because nobody wants to stop. That's the problem. We're all
Yeah.
having so much fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
But
I'm
we have-
Megahan.
We all have other. Yes, I'm Adam in the back.
I'm Ashley A. Button.
I'm Gary, not Gygax.
I'm Allie with RollWithUsDMs.
And we are all, in some way,
Out of time.
geeked out.
Yeah, we're definitely out of time. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.